Hey, I wanted to show a few things regarding the Kappa mids and just some of the interior panels and what the prep is on those that's going into them. One of the earlier posts I did outside just verified that those actually do fit and there's enough room clearance to the taillight bulb access there. That's what these are, access to the taillight bulbs. You pop it off and your bulbs are there to replace. This here area is more like the whole latching mechanism for the tailgate. When it comes down, it's a power one, so it comes down when it hits it. Kind of squeezes itself in the final closed position. But there's lots of room underneath in that area. So this is a 3-inch, and these are 2-inch mids. 65 watt RMS, 180 peak. Even though these are 3-inch, they're 55 watt RMS with a 165 watt peak. I put this together. Like you see here, this is kind of beat up as well. I thought, what the heck? Let's spray some boom mat on it and see what happens. I like it. I might spray the whole thing. Now, a smarter guy would have, taken the panel that he ruined and maybe boomed that one first. So let's call it luck that we like it. For me, nothing is ever set in stone. I could change 2/3 of the way, making something and say, I'm not happy, and I'll generally just put it aside if I don't like, where it's headed. So yeah, just a little bit on that. Again, that's the tailgate. Obviously that'll have, the other one in there, or left or right, left, and center. The head unit has a center channel, so kind of a surround sound. Now it only had one center speaker in the dash up front. In fact, I can put a bunch of stuff around. So here's the center for up front. Got some sound skins on the back. It's like a 3-layer foil butyl and foam sound deadening and absorbing. Not cheap stuff, but for the center channel I put that in. So, and there you'll see. I did have a little trouble with my mounting hardware, so I have to make some new decisions on that. Because the Infinity Kappas, that copper look is their thing. So, interesting enough, on the 2-inch, I did not have any trouble putting those screws in. So, because you can see them, I wanted to accent it with copper, but whatever reason, I could not get the screen closed, and it was actually kind of bowing this out. I tried to use a little bit of a deeper type countersink bit, but there's just not much meat to work with in there. So again, I just abandoned ship for now, and we'll figure out the mounting hardware here. So again, there's always going to be issues along the way. I wish it lived in a perfect world, but we don't. So yeah, center, left, right, and then for the dash, center, 3-inch, and again 2-inch up front there. This is what the old stock one was. Part of that premium package stereo upgrade that, well, there's nothing premium about it, as we all know. And now, obviously, these were, no holes in these covers before, and these were mounted, to the part of the dash underneath, and then, these covers just popped over it. So, in this build, I wanted to accent the Kappas, so, we drilled the hole, and so, everything will be, I guess you'd say flush mount rather than under mount. So, I like that look for this build, and then, the 2-inch, again, my copper hardware fits fine, but this 3-inch is giving a little trouble. So, but we'll work it out. And so like I said, this one has the sound skins on it. These I've yet to do. These will most likely, it's a little easier to work with, is boom mat. So I do have some tracing paper, plastic, whatever, it's a roll, and it's semi-sticky, and I'll just trace all this out and then cut it individual pieces. It's not as bad as it sounds to do that. Probably 15 minutes to do this, start to finish with the boom mat. So, and again, personal preference, that makes a huge difference. And then we do have these covers, to kind of encapsulate. Most likely when the hardware comes through, I'll just drill little holes in that and just secure it that way. And if we have to, create a seam or something of, some quiet tape or something like that, we certainly will. And then, of course, we'll cut it to fit the profile. No big deal. These are nice. This is a shallow mount. They also make that deep. So, for sure, the shallow mount, we even have a little compression on going into the bulb access, but no big deal. Plenty of room here, so that'll be a deeper one. And we'll see. We'll play with the sound a little bit. I might put a light fluff of the acoustic stuff in there. By no means a lot, just a little bit, just to kind of, smooth it out a little bit, I like to say. Again, this one build is all about the crispness, and I like to say the crispiness of the sound. Just a shot of the 2-inch mids. It's the Kappa 20MX. Again, 195 watt max, 65 watt RMS each. That's just for the mid. And for the 3-inch, again, less watts. I don't know why. 165 watts peak, 55 RMS each. A little bit of a different crossover, let's say, on these. Maybe a different year's model. The end result is these. That's all that really matters. And so those will go. Sorry about that. The mids will connect into the crossover. I'm sorry. So this is to our components. So of course we have our in the middle, and then whether it's the 6.5s or the 6x9s, and then our tweeter. And as we discussed in the earlier post, the tweeters will be up in the old dome light areas, and we'll catch that here in a minute. In fact, it's probably going to be in another post, so we'll wrap this one with the crossovers and start another one. And then out of here in the top connects over to our crossover for our mids. So so do our component, 6x9, 6.5 to tweeter, and then a little connection to here for our mids. So the package is the component 6.5, 6x9, either or, with a tweeter, and then you can optionally buy the mids with the crossovers. So we'll cut this one at that. I'm gonna try to keep these 10-12 minutes. So we'll fire up another one for some other can-dos. Appreciate it.